Every lie tells a story, not about what happened, but about what someone wishes were true. The person who constantly lies isn't always trying to deceive others. Sometimes they're trying to escape reality. Sometimes they're trying to protect themselves. And sometimes they are trying to become someone they are not. But here's something important. Not all lies are the same. Some are harmless. Some are automatic. And some slowly change who we are. So why do some people lie constantly, while others only lie occasionally? In this video, we'll explore the psychology behind chronic lying, the different types of lies, the different types of liars, what pushes people into this behavior, the hidden cost it creates, and how it can finally be stopped. Let's begin. Before understanding chronic lying, we need to understand something important. Not all lies are bad. In fact, most people lie every single day without even realizing it. These are called social lies or white lies. I'm fine when you're not. Nice outfit to avoid hurting someone. I'm busy to avoid an uncomfortable situation. These lies exist to maintain social harmony. They reduce conflict. They protect feelings. And in most cases, they are harmless. But over time, the brain learns something subtle. Lying can sometimes make life easier. Psychology identifies different types of liars. The fear-based liar, who lies to avoid rejection or punishment. The attention-seeking liar, who exaggerates to feel important. The habitual liar, who lies without even thinking. And the manipulative liar, who uses lies as a tool for control. But most chronic liars don't start this way. They develop over time, often from emotional needs. Most chronic lying begins with fear. Fear of rejection. Fear of failure. Fear of judgment. Sometimes it comes from childhood pressure, or low self-esteem, or even emotional trauma. When honesty feels dangerous, the mind creates an alternative version of reality. One that feels safer. One that feels easier to live in. And slowly, that version starts to feel normal. The brain is efficient. It always tries to reduce effort. So when someone lies repeatedly, the brain stops evaluating truth versus lie. It simply chooses the fastest response, because maintaining a false self is exhausting. Eventually, most chronic liars reach a breaking point, a moment where the lies collapse, where reality becomes impossible to maintain. It may come through exposure, a broken relationship, or emotional exhaustion. And even though this moment can change, but not instantly, it requires rebuilding identity from the inside. First, awareness, recognizing when and why you lie. Then, emotional honesty, understanding the fear behind the behavior. Then, slowing down before responding, creating space between thought and speech, learning to accept discomfort, and finally, rebuilding self-worth. Because most lies come from one belief: I am not enough. And when that belief changes, the need to lie begins to fade. Lying is not just deception. It is psychology. It is fear, identity, and survival. Some lies are harmless. Some are necessary. But when lying becomes constant, it stops being a tool and becomes a cage. And only truth can open it. If you understand this video, you don't just understand lying. You understand human behavior itself.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about psychology, human behavior, and the hidden patterns that influence our lives, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. New videos are released every week. Until next time, stay curious.